Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, Consolidated Edison Incorporated ticker Ed just filed an 8K report announcing a key leadership change, and I think it signals a subtle shift in their strategy. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The big story here is the addition of a new board member, and with her background, it hints at a deeper focus on what is happening away from the core business. Let's get right to it. The main event in this filing is the appointment of a new director, Tali Farhadian Weinstein, to both the main company board and the board of its New York subsidiary. This happened on July 1st, 2026, and she is joining right away. This kind of change usually means the board is looking to bring in new perspectives or specific expertise. What is really interesting is where they've placed her. She is immediately joining two important committees. One is the Safety, Environment, Operations, and Sustainability Committee. This tells us Con Edison is serious about environmental, social, and governance issues, or ESG as it is often called. The other committee is Corporate Governance and Nominating, which focuses on how the company is run and who gets to be on the board. This is a pretty standard role for a new director, but the first committee is the one that really catches my eye. Now, let's look at her background to understand why this appointment might be significant. Ms. Farhadian Weinstein has a lot of experience outside of the typical utility world. She's been a trustee for the New York Public Library since 2018. That is a big cultural institution, and even more notably, she is set to become the Chief Executive Officer of the Museum of Jewish Heritage, a living memorial to the Holocaust, starting in September 2026. This is a very different kind of leadership role focused on mission, community, and stewardship. This move hints that Con Edison might be sharpening its focus on its role within the communities it serves, beyond just delivering electricity and gas. Think about it, a leader from a major library and a Holocaust memorial museum is now on their board, and specifically on the sustainability and governance committees. This isn't just about profits, it's about reputation, social impact, and long-term resilience, especially in a city like New York that is so complex and diverse. It suggests they are thinking about their broader impact in ways that go beyond just infrastructure. We also see that she will be paid according to the standard director compensation, which is laid out in their proxy statement from April 8th, 2026. This is pretty standard for these types of filings. The filing also references a press release from July 2nd, 2026, likely detailing this appointment further. This is common practice to provide more color on such announcements. And as usual, there is the interactive data file, which allows computers to read the filing data more easily, a standard part of modern SEC filings. Now let's consider the broader context. Consolidated Edison, ticker ED, is a giant in the utility sector, serving millions in New York. They are a regulated utility, meaning their prices and profits are overseen by government bodies. This makes them generally stable, but also means they have to be very careful about public perception and their commitment to the public good, especially concerning environmental issues like sustainability. Their market capitalization is around $42 billion, showing their significant size. The recent news also highlights this focus. There have been reports about Con Edison's stock looking fairly valued, and also announcements about this new board member appointment. This appointment, specifically into the Sustainability Committee, could be a move to bolster their image and strategy in an era where environmental, social, and governance factors are increasingly important for investors and the public alike. Looking at this appointment through a Warren Buffett lens, he often talks about investing in companies with strong management and a clear long-term vision. While this is not a direct financial report, the board composition is a key indicator of management quality and strategic direction. Adding someone with a background in managing large public-facing institutions, particularly those with a strong social mission, could be seen as a positive sign for the company's long-term brand value and stakeholder relations. It may not directly impact immediate earnings, but it could influence how the company navigates future challenges and opportunities, particularly those related to public trust and environmental regulations. My biggest takeaway here is that Con Edison is not just focusing on the nuts and bolts of power generation and delivery. They are actively bringing in leadership with experience in managing public trust and social responsibility. This suggests a strategic pivot towards strengthening their societal impact and environmental stewardship, likely to align with evolving stakeholder expectations and regulatory landscapes. It's a move that could enhance their long-term resilience and public standing. The risk I am watching is whether this new focus on sustainability and broader community engagement can be effectively integrated into the core operations of a regulated utility, and whether it will truly translate into tangible improvements rather than just public relations. What I'm actually looking for is how this new perspective influences their capital allocation and operational decisions in the coming years, especially as energy transition becomes more critical. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description.